I started playing Guild Wars 2 a few weeks ago, and it's a little different from your typical MMO. If you're new, there's a few things the game doesn't tell you that can make things just a little bit easier. I've received a lot of tips from the community, so I've decided to put them all together in a list of the biggest things I wish I knew before I started playing Guild Wars 2. These are in no particular order, but I tried my best to make them flow into each other. Let's get started. In-game clock. If you'd like to know what time it is, you can turn on the clock in the top right of your screen on the minimap by going into the options and enabling it. It can show your local time or even the in-game time. This feels like something that should be on by default, but it's nice that they give you the choice. Turn off double tap to dodge. Double tap to dodge is something you wouldn't know of right away, but it'll save you later on. By default, double tapping a movement key makes you dodge, and you can easily roll right off a cliff or into danger by accident. Go into your settings and bind dodge to a key instead. I personally have it assigned to an extra button on my mouse. Melee attack assist. This one is minor and just personal preference. It prevents your character from phasing through enemies so you don't miss attacks due to facing the wrong direction if you're inside an enemy's hitbox. Try it off and on and see what feels better for your playstyle. I've looked around online and there's mixed results. Some people prefer having it on and others like keeping it off. Aoe Loot. Make sure Aoe Loot is turned on in the settings. Instead of looting one corpse at a time, you'll automatically collect from all nearby corpses when you loot. Bloom. This one is another preference option. Sometimes the game can look a little too shiny, especially in certain zones. To fix this, turn off Bloom in the graphics settings. It tones down the glow and makes the world look less dreamy. I personally keep this off myself. Keybinds. By default, all your skills are bound to the number keys, which can be quite a stretch for your fingers. Everyone has their own preference, so feel free to set things up in a way that's comfortable for you. For example, mine are bound to keys near the WASD area such as Q, W, E, and R. No traditional tank and healer roles. Guild Wars 2 doesn't use the traditional tank healer DPS system. Instead, every class can heal themselves or allies, and every class can also deal damage. Some classes can lean more into healing or tanking, but it's not nearly as important as it is in other MMOs. You'll mostly find those specific roles in high-end niche content. Race choice is purely cosmetic. Choosing a race in Guild Wars 2 doesn't provide any gameplay advantages. Your choice is purely cosmetic, though it does affect how your personal story is. Each race has a few racial abilities, but they're weaker than profession abilities and also purely for cosmetics or fun. All starting zone waypoints are unlocked. All racial starting zones have their waypoints unlocked from the start, so you can explore anywhere immediately. This is great if you want to play with a friend who picked a different race. You still have to return to your original starting zone if you want to do your personal story, but you can always go back to playing anywhere you want afterwards. Lower level zones scale with your level. Guild Wars 2 uses a level scaling system, which keeps lower level zones relevant. If you revisit an earlier area, your level scales down so enemies stay challenging, and you'll still earn EXP and loot appropriate for your actual level. It's great for playing with friends at different levels, but do note that it only scales down for lower levels, not up. You can't go into higher level zones and scale up in levels. Abilities change depending on the weapon you have equipped. Each weapon grants you a completely different set of abilities, so switching weapons can change your playstyle dramatically. This system gives every class tons of ways to play and builds to experiment with. Don't feel stuck with your starter weapon. Try new ones and see what you like best. Boons and Conditions. Instead of buffs and debuffs, Guild Wars 2 uses a Boons and Conditions system. It's essentially the same thing, but just with different names. You typically want to stay near other players so you can receive their boons. Also, conditions will often also cause damage over time, and you can find items that increase condition damage. You get a second chance when you die. You don't instantly die when you hit 0 health. Instead, you enter a downed state. You can still use some abilities, and if you manage to kill an enemy while downed, you'll revive instantly with a small amount of health. Combat feels much more exciting since you always have a chance to come back. A nice tip is if you're about to die, focus on the weakest enemy nearby so you can kill him quickly and revive right away. Everyone can revive anyone. In Guild Wars 2, there's no class restrictions on reviving, and it's not done through any specific skill or spell. Instead, anyone can revive just by interacting or right-clicking a downed or dead player. Multiple people reviving will speed it up, but note that taking damage while reviving slows it down. Sometimes it's better to respawn and run back in group content, but in the open world, you'll often see players stopping to help someone up when they're down. Defiance Bars. A Defiance Bar appears under certain bosses' health bars. When it's depleted, the boss can be stunned or interrupted and sometimes take extra damage. You can break this bar with crowd control skills that deal Defiance damage. The bar has 3 states. Gray, which means it's locked and immune to CC. Blue, which means it can currently be hit with CC and take damage. And brown, which means it's been recently broken and is currently recharging. Hovering over the bar also gives more details as to what it does when broken. Combo fields. Some skills can create combo fields, and other skills can act as finishers. Using a finisher skill inside or through a combo field adds an extra effect. There's a lot of combinations and possible effects. It's worth looking up some videos if you want to understand these more. Hearts and events. The idea of quests work differently in Guild Wars 2. Instead of traditional quests, you'll find hearts scattered around the map. You don't pick them up or turn them in, just do activities in the area until the heart fills automatically. You'll also encounter events shown as orange on the map. These are dynamic temporary objectives, like defending an area, escorting NPCs, or defeating enemies. There's an add-on that can help you if you're struggling to see where the areas around the heart quests are. It's fairly easy to set up, just go to the BlishHud website and download it, then run the exe file. Now click this little icon in the menu bar, then go to where it says Module Repo and search for Pathing. Then in the Pathing module, click on Download Marker Packs and search for Heart Zones and click Download. Now in your Pathing module again, you can click Open Settings, and under the Map options, you can change the opacity and width of the heart zones. Heart vendors. After completing a heart quest, the NPC will become a vendor and sell items for karma. Event information. When you enter an event area, the objectives appear on the right side of your screen. These will tell you what needs to be done for the event to finish or to proceed to the next part of the event. Right-click rewards to open them faster. When rewards appear in the bottom right corner of your screen, you can right-click them to open them immediately. If a reward requires a choice, a pop-up will still appear, but most can be opened instantly and it'll save you a lot of time. Dynamic events scale with the number of players in the area. Some events get more challenging when more players participate, usually by increasing the strength of enemies. For simple collection events, it may not make as much of a difference. There's no kill stealing. There's no kill stealing in Guild Wars 2. Everyone who contributes to anything still gets credit, experience, and loot. Chests and gathering nodes are also shared, which makes the world feel cooperative instead of competitive. There's no need to feel like you're stealing anything from players nearby when opening a chest or gathering a node. The community is ridiculously friendly. The Guild Wars 2 community is one of the nicest MMO communities you'll find. Players constantly help each other and answer questions in chat. Don't hesitate to ask for help because someone almost always will. I'd love to hear your stories about this. Leave a comment and tell me a story about your experience with the Guild Wars 2 community. Adventure Guide. There's a section in the achievements called the Character Adventure Guide. This acts as a type of hands-on tutorial while rewarding you with a ton of EXP. Each volume teaches you new systems within the game, and you'll unlock the next volume after finishing the current one you're still working on. Naturally, you'll complete most of these as you play, but it's worth checking occasionally to see if you're close to finishing something. You get experience for everything. You earn experience for nearly every action, not just combat or events. Between exploring new areas, gathering, crafting, events, completing hearts, and even reviving allies, just about everything gives experience. Level up information. Every time you level up, you'll get a diamond notification. This contains rewards as well as info on what you've just unlocked, as well as what's coming soon. Some items let you pick stats. Certain pieces of gear are stat selectable, meaning you can choose which attributes they give you. You'll see a notification on your hero panel when you get one of these. Moas drop meat that sells for a lot. If you see Moas, they drop meat that sells for a decent amount of silver. Also, enemies that have been alive for a while give extra EXP, and since Moas are non-aggressive and not always killed by players running by, killing them when you see them can be great for experience as well as gold. There's a sell junk button. You'll collect a lot of gray named junk items. They're only good for selling, and you can use the sell junk button at any vendor to quickly clear them out. Leftover event items. Sometimes you'll find leftover event items in your inventory from something you've already finished. You'll notice because they won't have any value, so you can't sell them and you can't salvage them either. They will typically say that a certain NPC has an interest in them. But don't confuse these with actual items that are for achievements. Use the in-game wiki if you aren't sure. The in-game wiki. Type /wiki followed by the item name in chat to instantly open the official wiki page for that item or topic. You can shift-click the items to put their name right into the chat. The wiki is very well put together and has answers for almost everything, not just items. Salvage everything you don't need. The game doesn't drop much raw money. Instead, most of your gold will come from salvaging and selling materials. You'll earn some gold from events, but salvaging and selling on the trading post is where most of it comes from. You also get consumable items that give you luck when you salvage things. Consuming these will increase your magic find, and magic find is account-wide. Use the Right Salvage Kits. Each tier of salvage kit gives different results. Higher quality kits yield better materials and sometimes upgrade components. Use basic kits for green and below. Use masters or higher for rare or exotic items. Show rarity in bag settings. You can turn on show rarity in your bag settings so you can see item quality, if it's not already on. Unidentified gear. If you find any unidentified gear, don't sell or salvage it as is. Open it first, because the contents are usually worth more. Unlocking skins. You can right-click gear to unlock its skin account-wide, or it will just automatically unlock when you salvage it. These skins can then be applied to other gear using Transmutation Charges. Unlocking a skin will make the item soul-bound or account-bound, and you won't be able to sell it anymore. Check the trading post before salvaging. Before salvaging, check the trading post. Some items are worth more to other players than the materials you'd get from salvaging. Sometimes the materials might be worth more, but if you just need some gold, the trading post is a great place to sell stuff, especially when you're lower level. Guild Wars 2 Efficiency website. There's a site called guildwars2efficiency.com. You can create an ArenaNet API key on the Guild Wars 2 website, and then just link your API key on the Guild Wars 2 Efficiency site to see detailed info about your account, from materials to tracking various progress. It's really useful to see how much your crafting materials are worth. You can buy and sell from anywhere. You can access the trading post from anywhere in the world. It's great because the items will just leave your inventory when you post them for sale. You only need to visit a Black Lion NPC to collect your gold if you make any sales, or collect your items if you buy anything. Hey, it's me from the future. I learned something new after originally filming this video, so I wanted to add, if you need to access merchants, your bank, or the Black Lion NPCs, you can enter the PvP area. Once you're done, you can just leave the PvP area and be right back to where you were originally. Deposit materials straight from your inventory. You can use the Deposit All Materials button in your inventory to send all crafting materials straight to your material storage. It's a quick and easy way to free up bag space. Bank and material storage are shared across all characters. Both your bank and material storage are account-wide, so all your characters can access them. Preview armor and weapons in the wardrobe. You can see what item skins you've unlocked through the wardrobe in the hero menu. Although, when you're at the bank, you can preview all available skins in the game through the bank's wardrobe menu. Transmutation costs charges, but dye is free. Changing armor skins costs transmutation charges. You can earn these through map completion or buy them in the gem store. Wait until level 80 with some decent gear before spending them, since you'll replace your gear often in the early levels. Dyes, however, are completely free to use. Feel free to change them anytime. Mounts can also be dyed. Link items and waypoints in chat. A lot of things can be linked in chat. If you want to share items or waypoints with your friends, just shift-click the item or waypoint to put it into the chat. Wait for sales before buying expansions. Expansions and Living World episodes go on sale often, sometimes up to 50% off. ArenaNet runs regular deals, especially before new expansions. Waiting a bit can save you a lot of money. Don't rush, take it slow. Guild Wars 2 is a beautiful game, and thanks to the mega server system, there are players everywhere. Try not to focus on grinding or checklists early on. There will be plenty of that at level 80. Take your time, explore, and enjoy the journey. Even weeks in, I'm still having as much fun as I did on day 1. There's still so much to learn, and this isn't an exhaustive list. I'm still learning things myself. I just wanted to share the most helpful things I've found, especially for new players that are just getting started like me. A lot of this I've learned from YouTube comments as well as my Twitch chat, so thanks to everyone who's shared their advice along my journey. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to support my content, and you can also catch me live 4 to 5 days a week at twitch.tv/itsneuromind. Thanks for watching.